Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Healing process involving the growing together of the edges of a wound or the growing together of broken bones. Being of or having to do with the northern United States and those loyal to the Union during the American Civil War. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. A set containing all and only the members of two or more given sets. Let C be the union of the sets A and B. An organization of employees formed to bargain with the employer. You have to join the union in order to get a job. The state of being a married couple voluntarily joined for life, or until divorce. God bless this union. The United States, especially the northern states during the American Civil War. The state of being joined or united or linked. There is strength in union. The act of making or becoming a single unit. The union of opposing factions. A device on a national flag emblematic of the union of two or more sovereignties, typically in the upper inner corner. A political unit formed from previously independent people or organizations. Of trade unions. The union movement. The occurrence of a uniting of separate parts. Lightning produced an unusual union of the metals. Healing process involving the growing together of the edges of a wound or the growing together of broken bones. The union of diverse things into one body or form or group. The growing together of parts. Any federal law enforcement officer. Being of or having to do with the northern United States and those loyal to the Union during the American Civil War. A member of the Union Army during the American Civil War. Characterized by or constituting a form of government in which power is divided between one central and several regional authorities. A federal system like that of the United States. National, especially in reference to the government of the United States as distinct from that of its member units. Federal courts. Of or relating to the central government of a federation. A federal district is one set aside as the seat of the national government. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. The state of being joined together. The act of making or becoming a single unit. A class of verbs having the same inflectional forms. The complete set of inflected forms of a verb. The inflection of verbs. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. The casual couplings of adolescence. A mechanical device that serves to connect the ends of adjacent objects. A connection, like a clamp or vise, between two things so they move together. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. The mating of some species occurs only in the spring. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. The act of grouping things or people in pairs. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. Be or become joined or united or linked. Our paths joined. A set containing all and only the members of two or more given sets. Become part of. Become a member of a group or organization. He joined the Communist Party as a young man. Make contact or come together. The two roads join here. The shape or manner in which things come together and a connection is made. Cause to become joined or linked. Join these two parts so that they fit together. Determine the sum of. Be a summary of. The abstract summarizes the main ideas in the paper. The final aggregate. The sum of all our troubles did not equal the misery they suffered. A set containing all and only the members of two or more given sets. The whole amount. A quantity of money. He borrowed a large sum. A quantity obtained by the addition of a group of numbers. The choicest or most essential or most vital part of some idea or experience. An organization of employees formed to bargain with the employer. People engaged in a particular occupation. The feeling that men should treat one another like brothers. The kinship relation between a male offspring and the siblings. An organization of employees formed to bargain with the employer. An organization of employees formed to bargain with the employer. An organization of employees formed to bargain with the employer. Two people who are married to each other. His second marriage was happier than the first. The act of marrying, the nuptial ceremony. Their marriage was conducted in the chapel. The state of being a married couple voluntarily joined for life, or until divorce. A long and happy marriage. A close and intimate union. The marriage of music and dance. The state of being a married couple voluntarily joined for life, or until divorce. The ceremony or sacrament of marriage. The state of being a married couple voluntarily joined for life, or until divorce. The state of being a married couple voluntarily joined for life, or until divorce. British statesman under George III whose policies led to rebellion in the American colonies, 1732 to 1792. In a northern direction. They earn more up north. The cardinal compass point that is at 0 or 360 degrees. The United States, especially the northern states during the American Civil War. The direction in which a compass needle points. A location in the northern part of a country, region, or city. Situated in or facing or moving toward or coming from the north. Artists like North Light. The direction corresponding to the northward cardinal compass point. The region of the United States lying to the north of the Mason-Dixon line. An occurrence that involves the production of a union. The state of being joined or united or linked. The act of making or becoming a single unit. He looked forward to the unification of his family for the holidays. Law, an estate secured to a prospective wife as a marriage settlement in lieu of a dower. The act of making or becoming a single unit. The combination of two or more commercial companies. The act of making or becoming a single unit. Situated in or oriented toward the north. The northern suburbs. Coming from the north, used especially of wind. A northern snowstorm. A dialect of Middle English that developed into Scottish Lowlands. In or characteristic of a region of the United States north of, approximately, the Mason-Dixon line. Northern industry. Situated in or coming from regions of the north. The Northern Hemisphere. blocked against entry. A closed porch. Used especially of mouth or eyes. He sat quietly with closed eyes. Not open. Not having an open mind. A closed mind unreceptive to new ideas. Not open or affording passage or access. The many closed streets made travel difficult. Not open to the general public. A closed meeting. Requiring union membership. A closed shop. Set theory, of an interval that contains both its endpoints. With shutters closed. Being a member of or formed into a labor union. Not converted into ions. Being a member of or formed into a labor union. Organized labor. Formed into a structured or coherent whole, particularly on a large scale. Organized medicine. Methodical and efficient in arrangement or function. How well organized she is. Being a member of or formed into a labor union. Unionized workers. Not converted into ions. Being a member of or formed into a labor union. Tending to cure or restore to health. Her gentle healing hand. The natural process by which the body repairs itself. Activities associated with sexual intercourse. The properties that distinguish organisms on the basis of their reproductive roles. She didn't want to know the sex of the fetus. Activities associated with sexual intercourse. They had sex in the back seat. All of the feelings resulting from the urge to gratify sexual impulses. He wanted a better sex life. Stimulate sexually. Either of the two categories, male or female, into which most organisms are divided. The war between the sexes. Tell the sex of young chickens.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.